have been made by the organizers in this beautifully decorated hall. Those who are standing outside are requested to kindly occupy their seats in front of the stage. Chief guest of today's function, Honorable Secretary DARE and DG ICA will arrive shortly to the venue for the inaugural function of National Seminar on Harnessing Plantation Sector for Sustainable Development Goals. All delegates are requested to keep your handsets in silent mode. Esteemed dignitaries, and delegates, research scholars, students, ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar and a very good morning to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome each one of you on behalf of the organizing committee to the opening ceremony of the National Seminar on Harnessing Plantation Sector for Sustainable Development Goals in the beautiful city of Kasaragod, the Saptabhasha Sangam Sthal of Kerala, the God's own country. Ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of chief guests and other dignitaries for the function, I request Dr. K. Balachandra, Director Icar-Cpcri, to kindly accompany the distinguished guests onto the dais. मंच पर उपस्थित सभी गणमान्य अतिथियों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत और बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन। अन्नम प्राणम बलम चान्नमन्नम सर्वार्थ साधनम देवासुर मनुष्याश्च सर्वे चान्नोपजीविनः। कृषि पराशर में ऐसा कहा गया है कि अन्न ही प्राण, अन्न ही बल एवं अन्न ही समस्त प्रयोजनों का साधन है। देव, असुर एवं मनुष्य सभी अन्न के उपजीवी होते हैं। Without further ado, let's dive into the inaugural ceremony of the National Seminar on Harnessing Plantation Sector for Sustainable Development Goals. Atithi Devo Bhava is well rooted in our tradition and culture. I request our Director Dr. K. Balachandra to kindly welcome Chief Guest of today's function, Dr. Himanshu Pathak, Honorable Secretary DARE and Director General ICA with a floral bouquet and shawl. I request Director to present a bouquet and shawl to Dr. V.B. Patel, Assistant Director General, Fruits and Plantation Crops, ICAR, New Delhi. I now request Director to present a bouquet and shawl to Dr. J. Dinakar Adiga, Director, ICAR, Directorate of Cashew Research, Puttur. I request Director to present a bouquet and shawl to Dr. John Nainan, Director, ICAR Central Institute of Fisheries Technology, Cochin. Also, I would like to request Dr. K.B. Hebba, sir, Director, to present a bouquet and shawl to Dr. Rinson George, Director, ICAR Central Marine Fisheries Research Institute, Cochin. I also request Director to present a bouquet and shawl to Dr. Venkata Subramanian, Director, ICAR Atari. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन. Ladies and gentlemen, let us listen to ICAR theme song.
जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की, सुखद प्रतीक हरित भारत की. कृषि धन पशुधन मानव जीवन, दुग्ध मत्स्य फल यंत्र सुवर्धन. वैज्ञानिक विधि नव तकनीके, पारिस्थितिकी का संरक्षण. शस्य श्यामला छवि भारत की. जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की. हिम प्रदेश से सागर तट तक, मरुधरती से पूर्वोत्तर तक, हर पथ पर है मित्र कृषक की. शिक्षा शोध प्रसार सकल तक, आशा स्वावलंबित भारत की. जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की. जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की.
May I request Honorable Chief Guest and other dignitaries seated on the dais to come forward and kindly light the auspicious oil lamp. This is a symbolic moment that signifies the dispelling of darkness and igniting of thought and enlightenment. आइए चलते हैं अंधकार से प्रकाश की ओर, धरती से आकाश की ओर, प्राणी से परमात्मा की ओर, अज्ञान से ज्ञान की ओर. Let us pray to the God that we may continue to burn the auspicious light that may bring in happiness, prosperity and healthy long life to all of us. Thank you, dignitaries. I request all of you to stand for the invocation.
शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवस्वरूपोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवस्वरूपोऽहं नित्योऽहं शुद्धोऽहं बुद्धोऽहं मुक्तोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवस्वरूपोऽहम् शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवस्वरूपोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं शिवस्वरूपोऽहम्
Ladies and gentlemen, as we are joined by the dignitaries on the head table right here on the stage, it's now time for us to formally commence the event. Now officially to do the honors of the welcome address and to give introductory remarks, it's my pleasure to invite on the stage Dr. K. Balachandra Hebbar, Director Icar-Cpcri.
Good morning, everyone, and I wish each and everyone a happy new year, 2025. In 2 days, we are celebrating our foundation day, that is 109th foundation day of Icar-Cpcri, one of the oldest institutes under Indian Council of Agriculture Research and one of the most premier institute as well. So, to commemorate this foundation day, in fact, we are organizing a national seminar and an exhibition and 2 training programs. One is on coconut cultivation and the other one value addition. The theme of our national seminar is harnessing plantation sector for sustainable development goals. You know that plantation sector, it is just 5% in terms of area, but when it comes to agricultural income, it is contributing 10%, and in terms of export, agricultural export, it is 13%. So it is contributing a lot. But if you see, as such, the investment made and everything, it is quite meager. But still, when it comes to these sustainable development goals announced by the United Nations in 2015, this sector, I would say, is contributing a lot in terms of eradicating poverty, the hunger, in terms of wellness, healthy products, or this marketing of good products, climate resilient technologies. In all these terms, this sector has made very good progress. To take stock of that, and to review the progress what we have made, and during the last 5 years, now we are left with another 5 years for 2030, what is that we need to do? What kind of strategy is required to do that one, we organized this seminar. Today, in fact, we are honored by the presence of none other than our most respected Honorable Director General, Dr. Himanshu Pathak, Director General ICAR, and Secretary DARE, who himself is well known in doing some of these kind of works, because his work in terms of climate change, climate impact studies, and the strategies or adaptive measures, some of the measures he has developed, it is well recognized. And his contribution, I think if you see the IPCC report, International Panel on Climate Change, or UNFCCC reports that at United Nations Framework on Climate Change, he was an active member in that, and he was one of the leading persons from India who has contributed a lot. In fact, in terms of developing the technologies, how to adopt it under the field level and improve the livelihood. I think we would not have thought of any other person to inaugurate this seminar today than Dr. Himanshu Pathak. So we are very fortunate to have him here. You know that, in fact, not only that is his contribution, as a Director General, you know his mantra, reform, perform, transform. In fact, because of that, all the institutes like CPCRI, we could develop a lot of technologies, and we could go to the stakeholders, and the distance between the institute and the stakeholders has been narrowed down, and that is how you are responding today to these kind of functions. So, sir, I think yesterday also we were discussing, I think DG visiting this institute after 80 years. So I think last visit was, I think if I understand correctly, 2016. So now 2025. So I think it is a great honor. It's a memorable event, in fact. So for all of us, you have been here. So you are blessing us. And one more thing I must tell you, that I think all of us must congratulate our Honorable Director General. Now he has been appointed as Director General of Icar-Cpcri, that is International Center for Crop Research of Semi-Arid Tropics. It is located at Hyderabad, and one of the most prestigious institute under CGIAR system. And you know that he has made us, all of us, proud. After Bharat Ratna MS Swaminathan, he is the second Indian to occupy this post. So today his presence, now you understand the significance of his presence here. Sir, I think we are greatly honored, blessed by your presence, and on behalf of CPCRI and all our stakeholders, I am heartily welcoming you for this function, sir. Our Assistant Director General, Dr. Vishwabandhu Patel. Quite often I call him as Apta Bandhu Patel. I think whenever we have any kind of emergency, so he is really a Apta Bandhu. I think immediately if I contact him, I will be telling him that, sir, I have to do it within this day. He will be telling that I will give you a call within half an hour. Within 25 minutes, I will get back a call, and that work is done. So really, sir, your presence today here, we are highly grateful. You know that if our technology has to be disseminated wide and far, our machinery should be very strong. I think now one of the machineries we are very effectively utilizing is KVK system. It is not only ICR KVKs, like our Kasargod KVK or Kayangulam KVK. KVKs of all these nearby areas are very close to CPCRI. For that, one man responsible is Dr. Venkata Subramani. And recently, in association with our CMFRI KVK at Lakshadweep and Dr. Venkata Subramani and CPCRI, we had jointly organized Cocoa Fest. I think I had seen it is one of its kind. In fact, it was so successful. and islanders were so happy. I think I would request Dr. Venkata Subramani to continue every year, so we will be there. I think that is a wonderful festival. So we are very much welcoming you, sir. Actually, in this region, sir, we have other institutes. I think the nearest one is Dr. Adiga, that is DCR Puttur Cashew Research Institute. And quite often he will not be having an administrative officer or finance officer. So we will be helping. And whenever we want his help for drone technology and everything, he will be helping. So we are effectively collaborating, sir. I think that is the magnanimity must go to you. Because of that, you made now ICR as one. So I think there is no barrier, there is no MOU. I think straight away we treat each other as single institute. So I think I welcome Dr. Adiga for that. Another very important institute, that CMFRI, he is our big brother like, because when I joined here, there was no finance officer actually. So because I joined in January, February was coming, and March, there was a rush to finish the money and buy the things and settle all the accounts. I think the person who came rescue is the officials from CMFRI. So I think I'm very grateful. Grison is here today. So we welcome you, sir. I think we produce a lot of value-added products. But our system, compared to some of these fisheries institutes, it is very primitive. I think in the technologies, I would say that in this region, CIFT is one of the most evolved institutes. I think there the directors, whenever we approach, they are always forthcoming, very generous, and I must compliment for that Dr. Nainan. I think he is here. I think, sir, we welcome you for this August function. Today, in fact, 3 of our directors, they wanted to come, but due to some personal reasons, and one of them is in USA, Dr. Suresh, Dr. Baiju, and Dr. Dinesh, they could not make it. Otherwise, they are also very close. We are all very closely working here. I think some of the scientists are representing from those institutes. I welcome them. So it is a great privilege to welcome our former Deputy Director General, Dr. Krishna Kumar. And almost every alternate day we talk for one or the other aspects. We welcome you, sir. And our former directors, Dr. Nambudri, Dr. Anita Karun, and our CCARI director, former director, Dr. Korikanti Mat, who will be delivering that Bhavappa Memorial Lecture on Sunday. Sir, we welcome you. And we have all the representatives from Coconut Development Board, DASD, DCCD. I welcome each and everyone for this function. I also represent all the state government representatives, especially from Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, and Gujarat also somebody has come. I welcome you all. And Farmers Producers Organization. I think we are very closely working with this Farmers Producer Organization. I think they have come in a big number, and we welcome you, sir. And we have people from trainees. I think today we are organizing 2 training programs. I think some trainees have come. I think I welcome all of you for this program, and also the progressive farmers. It is my humble and hearty welcome to all these progressive farmers. I think news reporters, not only from Kasaragod, even our reporters have come from Mangalore. Sir, we welcome you for this function. So I welcome each and everyone for this August gathering. I think I think our SB, who is the regional manager? I think SB regional manager has joined. I welcome him for this function actually. So I think now I'll briefly take you to what is that we have done at CPCRI during the last 1 year. What is that we intend to do? Just I will give a glimpse of that, and I will not bore you because it should not take much time for me. And you know that this is our institute, and you can see that one side sea and the other side now big highway is coming up. In between we are there, and it is sporadically spread at different places. Quite a big institute, I would say, in that way. I can move from here. Where is the... Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is our institute headquartered at Kasaragod. There are two regional stations, one at Kayangulam, Kerala, and the other one is Vittal, Karnataka. In Vittal, Karnataka, we mostly deal with arecanut and cocoa. And research centers, Kaikuchi, Assam, Mohitnagar, West Bengal, and Kidu, Karnataka. And all India coordinated research projects, there are 28 centers spread all over India, and 2 KVKs. I think KVK heads are here, Kasaragod and Kayangulam. And our mandate crops are like coconut, arecanut, cocoa, and we have included palmyra in that. So I think as far as our institute is concerned, our biggest asset is this germplasm. I think it is one of the largest germplasm in the world, and we have coconut around 455 germplasm, arecanut 172, and cocoa 530. And from utilizing these germplasm, we have developed around 24 coconut varieties and hybrids, and in arecanut 11 and cocoa 8. And if you see, as far as our production and productivity is concerned, in coconut, we stand third in terms of area, but highest in production, because our productivity is very high compared to any of the leading countries like Indonesia or Philippines, Sri Lanka, and our productivity is very high. When it comes to arecanut, now it is roughly 8 lakh hectare. Every year, almost 1 lakh hectare additional area is coming under this arecanut. It is a very fast expanding area, and totally around 16 lakh tons of arecanut is produced, and it is highest in India. I think India's share as far as arecanut is concerned, it is more than 60%. But cocoa, right now the area is very small. It is roughly around 1.5 lakh hectares, but now it is expanding very fast. And because both in northeastern area and wherever that land is available, it is expanding. And in terms of total money exchange, I told you that it is contributing roughly 13% of the total agriculture produce. And now the price of coconut, arecanut and cocoa is very good, sir. That is why farmers are reasonably happy. And in terms of variety, I think these are the 4 varieties released by Honorable Prime Minister, that is Kalpa Suvarna, especially for the tender nut purpose, and Kalpa Shatabdi in coconut for dual purpose, both tender nut as well as copra purpose, and VTLCH1 and VTLCH2. These are the cocoa hybrids developed for both climate resilience and biofortification. And see, these are some of the varieties recommended for release. I think in the last ACRP meeting, we have taken the decision to come out with one Kalpa Nakshatra, Kalpa Veera, and Kalpa Dare, and Kalpa Siri in coconut, and one dwarf arecanut hybrid, that is Terai Shankar, especially for the northeastern and West Bengal region, and 2 hybrids of cocoa, that is VTLCH3 and VTLCH4, that is mainly for the bold nuts. So this we have now recommended for the release. And one of the challenges we have been facing is this mass multiplication. See, whenever we come out with new varieties or any material to multiply, mass multiplication and multiply and produce the seedlings, it takes long time in these cases. So we were facing the challenge. In coconut, still it is in a very primitive stage. It may take a lot of a few more years to come out with a robust technology. But I am very happy to share here now, in arecanut, we have now come out with the technology. It is quite robust and foolproof, and we can produce large number of seedlings in few years' time. And if it is upscaled in multiple locations, we can have either whatever that is requisite in terms of dwarfs or disease resistant, that material we can multiply and supply to the farmers within few years' time. And another aspect is, because one of the major challenge what we are facing in comparison with the other countries is that our cost of production. See, for example, if you take a coconut, it costs roughly, production cost is 9 to 10 rupees. But in most of the countries, it is very cheap. Because of this cost of production, we are not able to compete in the international market. So that is why we would like to bring down the cost of production. So we are trying to develop some kind of soil amendments, by adding that one, our total cost of the production of these crops should come down. In that context, we have come out with the one biochar fertilizer pellets. So it will be impregnated and it will be a slow releasing, because if you see the coconut, it requires the fertilizer throughout the year because it flowers throughout the year. So if it is a slow release thing, one is it is effectively utilized by the crop, as well as there is a less leach to the environment. So both the advantage will be there. Similarly, we have come out with the two fertilizer complex. One is Kalpa Poshak and the Kalpa Vardhini. One is for seedlings and the other one for adult palms. Now we have come out with one microbial complex that is Kera Probio. By adding that one, your seedling growth is improved. And this is one of the models we have been working for last so many years. What is this? Okay. So this is the models and we have come out with, and this model, I think it is widely adopted and it is giving a lot of returns, 1 to 3-fold increase in the income. And we have developed a SOP because most of our disease and pests, it takes a lot of time because managing is very difficult. So especially for the spray of fertilizer, micronutrients, we have developed a standard operation procedure for this drone. And you know that in terms of value addition, one of the technology we developed is for collection of unfermented sap. So now this one of the companies, they have developed this unfermented sap, tetrapacked it and exported to different countries. And one of the challenge again here is the collection and the cost involved. So to bring down, we are working on that, how to reduce the cost. And this is one of the flavored milk last time we have developed, and flavored coconut milk, it has got a huge demand. And this is one of the technology demonstration happening on a large scale. I think a huge area in Kayangulam, it is demonstrated, 4,000 hectares. And we had seen that by adopting different scientific technology, we could increase the farmers' income by 15%. Some of the new research initiatives, because this is from the government side, farmers' side, they are requesting, because otherwise we have been releasing varieties for production or yield, but here for some of the industrial application, it may be in terms of testa, sweet endosperm, anthocyanin, for different purposes, maybe NERA. So we are working on and developing the technologies. And one of the biggest problem in coconut and arecanut is doing the research at the tree top. So we have developed a scaffolding structure, and now we are trying to understand what is that exactly happening, or what kind of plant response is happening for different kind of stresses, either abiotic stress or biotic stress. And we have developed this structure and we are trying to develop the data on that. Another area of work is, we have already signed an MOU with the NRSC, Bangalore actually. We would like to develop collaboration with them, especially for the estimation of area, estimation of biomass. And you know that in coconut and arecanut, we have this disease. One is root wilt and YLD, that is yellow leaf disease. We would like to know that how it is spreading, how much area it is spreading, and how it is spreading. And we would like to understand all these things. So already we have established, because I think now the satellite that imagery is available at 1 meter square data. So that would be very, very useful for us. And now saving water and fertilizer is very, very important. For that we have developed, now recently installed automatic irrigation and fertigation system. Now our scientists are working on developing some sensors, because especially for fertilizer, sensors are not available. So our scientists are doing some work on that. And this is another very important area, because pest and disease management. So what is that happening at the tree top, we will not be knowing. So in association with the Amrita Institute of Engineering at Kollam, now we are trying to develop that one camera attached that pole, and from the ground itself, microprocessor controlled system we are developing, and from ground itself we can detect and see that whatever that biocontrol agents we have developed, it can be monitored and placed from the ground itself. So that kind of technology we are trying to develop. And when it comes to arecanut, some of the issues, I think you know that one is that negative notions on arecanut and health. This already we have now submitted the multi-institutional project. It has approved by Government of India worth 9.9 crores. So we are associating with various ICMR institutes and CSIR and IAC, CCM, all these kind of institutes, and shortly we'll be starting this work. And for Northeast also, I think there is a huge demand is coming up, and we are now collaborating with various organizations there, and we are trying to develop. And one of the things is, I think farmers facing this moisture content. FSSA has picked 7%. Now we have completed a study, and we have seen that when it is sun-dried, the moisture content is 11%. So we are requesting FSSA to fix that one. So that we are doing. And another one is illegal import of areca nut. That is another issue. For that also, we have developed a very simple technology, but still further in-depth study we are doing. But based on that, I think we got nearly 100 samples from different places, and we are giving the report. And from the point of cocoa, because now, as I said, that rate is very high. A lot of people want to have this cocoa as a understory crop in coconut and areca nut. This recently now we are establishing polyclonal gardens, especially in the northeastern states, and in association with the Mondelez, because they have given a CSR project for us. We are trying to understand better whether it can perform better under monocrop or understory crop. And from the point of farmers, I think our role is quite high, especially in fixing the minimum support price. Our institute gives policy papers. And you know that we are conducting so many capacity building programs. I think quite often we get a lot of farmers from Karnataka, Tamil Nadu under Atma, and we also organize a lot of training programs. So I think it is taken care very well. And our partnership, I think we have a huge partnership across medical, engineering, and even the public and private partnerships. So there is a huge partnership is happening, and collaboration is established. In terms of our performance, publications and everything, in fact, we are publishing in a very high-rated journals. You can see that the number is quite high, between 7 to 9 NAS rating, that is 14. I think shortly we will be submitting 4 IPs, that is patents, and it will be submitted shortly. And commercialization technology, now we are having a lot of technologies. I think today also, I think we are commercializing 8 to 9 technologies. So that is important. And we have organized some of the very important events. It may be Kisan Mela or this World Coconut Day. And then I think recently we had that National Conference on Physiology. It was well attended by more than 300 delegates. And we could develop during last 1 or 2 years, a lot of infrastructure here. Today also, I think our Honorable DG inaugurated some of these. I think in Kidu, you can see that one big water tank that is 25 lakh capacity. It was built, and we have now 105 kilowatt solar energy plant. And at different places, even at Kaikuchi, that Kayangulam, Kidu, Vitla, and Mohit Nagar also, we are establishing some of these facilities. So now our future thrust is, I think we have to do some work on some of the untouched or non-traditional farms, like fishtail farm is there. It is also now, I think, a lot of potential is there. So, yeah, this is what I wanted to tell in brief. I think I think once again, sir, I think it's a rare opportunity to present before you. I think that is what I wanted to put it in a nutshell. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now invite Dr. Venkata-Subramaniam, Director Icar-Cpcri, Bengaluru, for the felicitations.
Namaskar. It's a great honor for all of us, an encouraging day for all of us, with the presence of our Honorable Secretary DAR and DG ICR, who is here with us from today morning onwards, and his presence has really motivated us, sir. And today we are the fortunate, in the sense, morning he has get the foundation stone for our KVKs, and his continuous sustained encouragement and motivation gives us a lot of energy, and our salutations for you, sir. Thank you. Our Honorable DG sir is here with us today. So many facilities he has inaugurated, and his presence is making us a lot of not only energy, but thinking in a new dimensions to have collaborations with various ICR institutes. And really, we are grateful to you, sir. With us, our senior, and with me, council, I was daily sharing his good moments, either at NAS complex or at Horticulture Division. Our former DDG, sir, Dr. Krishnamurthy, sir, also here. And all my senior directors who retired from the system, Dr. Korika Manji, and Dr. Nambudri, sir, and Madam Anita Karun. Thank you very much for your presence, our gratefulness for you, madam, also. My colleague directors from the other institutes, Adiga sir, Dr. George Ninan, Vincent George, and director of this esteemed institute, Dr. Habarji, and organizing secretary of this function and seminar, Niralji, and all my KVK colleagues, FPOs, CDB staff, the regional manager of SBI and press and media, and my scientist colleague from this institute and KVKs. It's a great honor for all of us. Today the topic of the seminar is really encouraging one, because as our Honorable Secretary Dar was always used to mention, we have to think beyond production and productivity. So sustainable development goals means that we have to think beyond this production and productivity, means value addition, and then we have to give a lot of emphasis on quality, then quantity, and then continuity as well as cost effectiveness. Because in the ICR system, you all know that NARP to now NAIP, the shift is from technology for production to technology for producers. That means value-added products. That's why agri-business incubation has come. And these institutes are given us a lot of support system in terms of technologies for the all three crops, namely coconut, areca nut, and cocoa. We see that most of the coconut-based technologies has given us the encouragement to promote entrepreneurship, and today it has culminated in terms of bringing an exclusive brand for our KVKs, that Kisan Samriddhi, and an online marketing system and apps. For this, the encouragement given by our Secretary Dar is the backbone of our initiatives 3 years back. Sir has personally come to our ICR Atari Bangalore, and the start of this project, he has given almost 1 hour before he is leaving for the airport. In spite of his hectic schedule, he went into this program very critically, and that encourages us today that we are here to release that particular online marketing system with the KVKs as well as KVK supported FPOs, SHGs, and self-help groups and agripreneurs will largely benefit out of the system, sir. You all know that India with 2.4% of land area with 4.2% of water, we are supporting 17% of the world population. There is 140 plus crores with equal number of livestock, 17%. How it is possible? It is because of the technologies that has rolled out from the ICR system, which is again with the application system, with the Krishi Vigyan Kendra. Equally, both are in hand in glove. That gives the farmers that edge and that support to the national extension system with the appropriate technologies that can give the production as well as productivity, plus now promoting the business also, sir. Now farmers are, you all know that challenged with 4 M's, that is monsoon, money, market, and multinationals. ICR with the NICRA project and ICR with the agribusiness platform as approach, as well as giving edge, this doubling the farmers' income, and then with a lot of policy issues related to cross-border, either cross-border diseases or cross-border challenges with respect to the market as well as the quality conscious. We are the one which gives the real support to the national agricultural ecosystem. That is helping our country to edge over all the country, and really if you see, we are the real superpower because we feed 17% of the world population. We are not having any destruction by just producing arms or just making our foreign exchanges. But we are having the noble task of producing the food grains as well as food support system, not only to the country as well as to the world in totality, sir. This is the one arrangements which ICR has made from Neoma to Nicobar. Always former DG sir will be telling that Neoma in our Ladakh and Lakshadweep KVKs across the country, from east we can say Mon district in Nagaland to Kutch in Gujarat, 731 KVKs are making wonderful technology application through their technology demonstration, capacity development, as well as on-farm trials by making the technology suitable for implementation in the microclimatic areas, sir. Now, sir, to mention few of the support system which we receive from CPCRI and our sister institute, the NERA, you all know that it is the Amrit. There is one live example here, sir. On UDP, two auditors. One is the auditor, that is Muralidharan, another one is Satyanarayana Udupi, another person is a lawyer. They now migrated from Bangalore to near Udupi. They trained in this institute. They got training in this institute. And they are giving employment to almost 50 people. They climb the coconut tree by just putting the tires in the coconut, and very fastly those people who have been trained by them are climbing. The NERA technologies which this institute has provided, they are tapping. I think he is here, I think, no? He's here, sir. And both are here, sir. And you can see, I personally visited, and that employment generation he has made and that coconut sugar they are making, it has reached up to our financial, ministry, and Madam Nirmala Sitaram has ordered from them every time that coconut sugar and coconut based products that goes to this institute, sir. Similarly, in Lakshadweep, when our defense minister came, the total show was Lakshadweep KVK. The KVK show means that is CPCRI show as well as CAFT show, sir. Because it's under their technological backstopping, we could able to impress upon the Lakshadweep administrator as well as our defense minister that such beautiful products are available from coconut, and our defense minister has become connoisseur of this NERA, and he was taking 5 liters of NERA to Delhi, sir, along with him in his aircraft. So much tasty and value added product which we could able to do. And the total Lakshadweep is we have made is organic certification after Sikkim. The scope certification is given to Lakshadweep means it is because the support by Krishi Vigyan Kendra as well as supported by our CPCRI, that real policy paper by Dr. Tamban, which is the book in the form of coconut cultivation in Lakshadweep, that we refer mostly to get our programs chalked out and getting our program strengthened, sir. Next, if we see the Areca, you know that this Areca nut, you all know that this is one of the major crops in our both Karnataka, Kerala. This gives us a lot of support to our farmers in terms of income generation. Now, Tayyam festival is going to come. The KVKs are going to give 50,000 Areca poles, sir. That is very much important, and that we are going to cover. This institute is giving that technologies to us, and that all encouraging support system from our institute. And really, we are happy with the support system, and we demonstrated that coordination, cooperation with all ICR Institute, with the Krishi Vigyan Kendra system, gives the required things to our farmers. Really thank you for all the support given to our KVK system, sir. I wish this program all success. Jai Kishan, Jai Jawan, Jai Vigyan, and Jai Bharat. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. J. Dinakar Adigar, Director ICR DCR Puttur, for felicitations.
Most respected Secretary Dare and DGICR, Dr. Himanshu Pathak ji, ADG Horticulture, Dr. B.B. Patel ji, Director Atari, Dr. Venkat Subramaniam ji, then Dr. George Nainan, Director SIFT, Dr. Grinson George, Director CMFRI, and former DDG Horticulture, Dr. Krishna Kumar sir, and former directors, Dr. Korikanti Machi, Dr. Anita Karun, and Dr. Nambudari ji, It gives me immense pleasure to witness this event wherein our Honorable DG is participating. And it's a rare event for me also. And many of the points related to conference have been explained well by the Director CPCRI, Dr. Ebar, and also Dr. Venkat Subramaniamji. So the era of climate change has challenged us in many ways. So any technologies that we are going to develop, we have to keep in mind the sustainable development goals. A technology should be sustainable, it should be energy efficient, it should have a least cost of cultivation. So then only the technology, any technology can be a sustainable one. So in this context, I hope many of the deliberations, many sessions in this conference will deal with these things, and the outcome of the conference will pave way for developing sustainable goals as outlined by the theme of the conference. So I wish the conference all the best, and I congratulate Dr. Hebbar and the concerned, all the staff of CPCRI Kasaragod for organizing this, and wish you all the best again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I request Dr. George Ninan, Director ICR-CIFT, Cochin, for the felicitations.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, let me wish you a very prosperous and happy 2025. Our most honorable, respected Director General ICR, Dr. Himanshu Pathak sir, our ADG, Dr. V.B. Patel, my fellow colleague directors, and all the dignitaries who are sitting in front of me, the former DDG's directors, and the colleagues from CPCRI, the stakeholders, the farmers, the students. So, at the outset, let me tell you that our bonding with CPCRI dates long back. In fact, when CIFT was the Zonal Technology Management Center for the entire South Zone Institutes, and we started this journey long back in 2011. And that time also we had a very strong bonding. And for quite some time I was also holding the charge of Agri-Business Incubation Center in CIFT, wherein Dr. Muralidharan sir, the president who is in CPCRI, we were having a long association. I was here 2 weeks back also for the Agri-Business Rural Conclave. We had our strong points, as Hebbar sir was mentioning, about value addition, product development. So we work in harvest and post-harvest domain. So we do conduct a lot of joint training programs. So at the outset, I wish this institute, 100-plus-year-old institute, one of the strong pillars of this ICS system, the very best forward in the coming years, and I wish the very best for this institute at the outset. And I also wish the very best for this national seminar on harnessing plantation sector for sustainable development goals. And our DG, I should tell that 3 years back when he joined the system, he brought a fresh wave to this ICS system. Hebbar sir was mentioning the 3 goals: reform, perform, and transform. And you can see a sea change in all the institutes. We were more open. There were no barriers, be it institute barriers. We, through his advice, sir, we work for the betterment of the stakeholders. That is our ultimate farmer community. So irrespective of his CPCRI, CMFRI, these are all just for namesake. But we try to achieve the common goals. What Venkata Subramanian sir was telling, CFT had a role in Lakshadweep when we promote the technologies. So that is what it matters. Sir, you made ICR visible in all aspects, and now people are talking about ICR. Gone are the days when people tell that the scientists are someone to look at just and see that and just that is it. It's not like that. We made a culture that we go to the people, we address their problems, and we try to solve the problem. That is the biggest change that he is witnessing nowadays. And it is being visible. It's not like that. We also have our challenges. We always have to make our presence felt. We have to always make ourselves relevant. Sir, we assure you all the institutes are working towards that goal. And I am happy that you have given us the right path. But we are also sad that you are leaving this institution. But I am sure that your support and guidance will be there. So thank you, sir, for all the services you have rendered to the great institution ICR, and I wish Again, this great institute, the very best. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I request Dr. Vincent George, Director, ICR-Cpcri, Cochin, for the felicitations.
Respected dignitaries on and off the dais. Last year we ended with a great note where CPCRI, DCR Puttur and Atari Bangalore and ICR-Cpcri together joining hands for a coconut fest. So DG always stressed the importance of one ICR, and this concept was very evident in that Lakshadweep Coco Fest, which attracted wide crowds. Like it was a major ground where all the Lakshadweep people were coming in large groups. So that paves ways for a lot of programs together. And I am fortunate to see that the next program is also with the CPCRI. The new year starts with that omen. So I wish all the fraternity a happy new year. At the same time, great congratulations to the team CPCRI who stood tall and proud. Despite the long gestation required in coconut crops, you made the country proud because of your consistent perseverance which made the plantation crops visible in the country. Thank you for that. I know that the institute has gone for transformation throughout because I worked more time with horticulture SMD because I was with Central Island Agriculture Research Institute most of my career as a scientist. And I can see the wonderful coconut gem blossom centers has moved from this institute to Central Island Agriculture Research Institute. And when Dr. Hebbar was indicating that we have the best productivity in the country, regionally we have issues. In the Andaman, just like a coconut forest, we have the best productivity available there. Here we are telling spacing is very important. And when it comes to coastal areas also, Dr. Hebbar was mentioning like it's the sea on the other side. Like there are different issues we are dealing in the coastal agro ecosystems also. And the Kera Probio, it has got wonderful recommendations which can happen in the aqua farming sectors also. So there are a lot of avenues and opportunities when we work together. I think the concept of our Honorable Director General and Secretary Dyer, that will be very evident in all the institutes if we join hands. Our ethic is also a remarkable, like most of the products of CPCRI is shown there. And in ethic, all the products should be there, and Cpcri ethic is one of such examples. So we will join hands in different aspects. I wish congratulations and all the best for the workshop. And I think the plantation sector is one sector which is not restricted to the Ghats alone, but it is going to the coastal areas also where there are a lot of potentials, there are a lot of opportunities. ICR-Cpcri is always there as a young brother, not as a big brother, but we will continue supporting CPCRI in all the aspects what is possible, and we will look out of box ideas from CPCRI to take marine fisheries and mariculture forward also. Thank you for this opportunity. I am grateful for our Honorable Secretary Dyer and DGICR and Director CPCRI for giving me this opportunity. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are fortunate to have with us Dr. V.B. Patel, Assistant Director General, Fruits and Plantation Crops, ICR, as guest of honor for this function. I invite Dr. V.B. Patel onto the lectern to address us on this occasion.
Good morning to all of you. Most respected our Honorable Secretary Dyer and Director General of Indian Council of Agriculture Research, and fellow directors and dignitaries sitting in the hall, Dr. N. Krishna Kumar sir, former Deputy Director General of Horticulture Sciences, our former Director of the CPCRI, Dr. Nambuthiri sir, Dr. Anita Kurun, former Director of the Institute at Goa, Dr. V.S. Korikantimat sahab, Project Coordinator PALMS, now it is All India Coordinated Research Projects on Plantation Crops, just we renamed it, sir. And Honorable DG has given note to renaming it. Then Farmer Project Coordinator Dr. Maheshwarappa, all the dignitaries sitting in the hall, workers of the plantation crop sector, scientific as well as development workers, and the colleagues from different organizations who joined this national conference. I welcome all of you on the behalf of the council. First of all, I would like to wish you a very happy and prosperous new year 2025. And the thing is that we have seen the presentation of the CPCRI. I must congratulate from core of my heart for the contribution made by the CPCRI in upliftment of the plantation crop sector as well as farming community. Let me tell you with pride that Honorable DG sir has started this technology certification, and when we united the call for technology certification, and once we screened and given the certificate, and this institute got the highest technology certificate. So again, I would like to congratulate you, whole team of the CPCRI, for doing very good work. The plantation crop sector per se, I mean, we are dealing part of the crops, and Ministry of Commerce dealing rubber, I mean, 3 crops, tea, coffee and rubbers. So within this sector, roughly we are having almost 4.5 million hectares under the plantation crop sectors for coconut, areca nut, cocoa, palmyra palm and all palm. These are the major crops. And challenges are enormous again. Of course, the technology is generated, and whenever any challenge come, CPCRI and other organizations take the call. Now you can see that some of the challenges like rugose whitefly, coconut root wilt, still it is unsolved, but though we have come out with the technology as well as varieties in place now, but multiplication of these varieties and taking it to the farmer's field and replacing the variety because of perennial nature, it is a challenge. Again, I would like to request the institute and all the workers of the sector that they should come out with the proper tissue culture protocol so that we can multiply the variety in a faster way. Still, I mean, we don't have perfect tissue culture protocol for this palm. Of course, areca nut, we did some work and we are now succeeded, but again, I would like to request the institute and other people in the sector to take this technology forward so that at least we can have areca nut tissue culture plants to the farmer's field. The thing is that if you look at the contribution again, sir, Mohit Nagar, it is a station in West Bengal where the Mohit Nagar variety of the areca nut palm developed, and it is almost covering, I mean, all the new gardens are coming with this variety. New variety again, I mean, one variety, it is very good for kitchen garden cultivation. And we are recommending, it is very dwarf areca nut. And this is the crop where government support is very less, but farmers are taking up. Again, the challenges of leaf spot disease and leaf blight diseases are coming up. I think we need to work out the proper management so that if something will happen at the farmers field, we will be ready to support the farmers. Cocoa sector, it is, I mean, one of the most vibrant sector, and area has increased slightly. Now we have reached to 1.11 lakh hectares. But the thing is that current productivity of the production of the coconut is roughly 30,000 metric tons. But our requirement, if you look at the various countries through imports, normally we are importing 90,000 metric tons. So there is a huge gap. And luckily we have a lot of area to expand it in, be it in Kerala, this state, even Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, even northeastern states, the area are there. So I think a lot of money is going as a foreign exchange from our country. We can, I mean, if we are promoting this in a right manner, I think we can curb down the imports of the cocoa. Luckily, we have a center working on the cocoa at Vittal, and I congratulate that CPCRI has come out with not only selection but certain hybrids. And these hybrids are performing well, and the drive-in yield somewhere it is 1.5 kg to 2 kg per tree. So I think we can guess that productivity can go up to 1.5 metric tons per hectare. The current productivity is roughly 600 kg per hectare. So I think there is a huge scope of enhancing the productivity. Only thing is that certain disease occurrence is there in Kerala, and we suspect that it can move out from the Kerala, it is endemic to Kerala. So we need to take care, particularly through our scientific approaches. I would not like to take much time, but the thing is that now we saw that we need to exploit new palm for tapping the Nira. And some of the palm, it was shown in the slide of the director, that these palm are potential, which we have discussed in our last RSC meeting also, and I hope that Institute will be taking the research for furtherance on the tapping of the Nira and other value-added product. Second point I would like to highlight that our oil security, again, if you see that we are importing a lot of oils. And what we are looking at, we can attain self-sufficiency IL only through plantation crop sector as well as tree-borne ILs. So IL palm is the one crop where we can get yield up to 4 to 6 metric tons per hectare IL. And similarly, there are certain palm that bears the IL. I think we need to focus. And secondly, if you look at the coconut sector as a whole, we are using a lot of coconut for producing the IL. And if you want to look at the data, how much IL is coming through this sector, we are not able to show the data to the planners. I think we need to bring one policy document that this much IL can produce through the plantation crop sector, and that will help in IL security of the nation. Third thing is that we need strong collaboration. It is now time we should not work in isolation. And I think DS, Directorate of Areca Development, they have taken lead in this one, and one project for the areca nut and its effect on human health, it has been formulated and in principle approved by the Government of India. I hope that the result which will come from this particular project, where some health institutions are also involved, the CSR is involved, and our ICR institutes are involved. So I hope that this particular outcome of this particular project will bring out some scientific inputs that areca nut is good for health, not it is bad for health. So another aspect I would like to highlight, because we have not exploited much the bioactive constituents that are coming through the plantation crop sectors. And it is now time to exploit this one. Of course, we have developed many value-added products, but I am talking specifically for utilization of bioactive compounds. I mean, bringing out what are the bioactive constituents are there and commercializing these bioactive compounds. I think it has greater value compared to what we are now marketing through value-added product. With this, I would not like to take much of time. So thank you so much, and I wish you a very Happy New Year again, and also the conference which you are going to discuss in next 3 days, and bring some of the recommendations which will be useful not only for the research institution but also for the developmental institutions. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful address. CPCRI is engaged in developing various technologies which have been transferred successfully by signing the technology licensing agreement with entrepreneurs from different parts of the country. Today we are exchanging a few MOAs with prospective clients for facilitating the transfer of ICR-CPCRI technologies. I now invite Sri Rajendra, CEO of YGP Coconut Farmers Producers Company Limited, to come out to the dais for the exchange of MOA with the Director CPCRI in presence of esteemed dignitaries. Technologies such as Kalpa EPN and nematode bioagent, Metarhizium anisophyllae biopellets, Kalpa Suvarna coconut variety, and Kalpa Bliss are being exchanged now. Shatamangala is a promising areca nut variety which will be licensed to Deepak Mohandas from Calicut, Kerala. I invite Joyce George to come out to the dais for the exchange of MOA with Director ICR-CPCRI in presence of esteemed dignitaries. I invite Srimati Bindu from Karshika Sevana Kendra, Kankol, onto the stage for an MOA exchange. Technologies such as Trichoderma formulations, Trichoderma coir-pith cake, Trichoderma harzianum using areca nut leaf sheath, Kalpa Poshak and Kalpa Vardhini are being exchanged. I invite Sri Santosh from Umapati Coconut Hybrid Center for the MOA exchange with the Director CPCRI in presence of esteemed dignitaries for the Kalpa Shatabdi, a promising coconut variety. I invite Shri Niranjan Prabhu from Eco-Phytocare India Private Limited, Mysuru, for an exchange of MOA, the Kalpa EPN technology involving Heterorhabditis indica and Steinernema are being exchanged. I now invite Shri Ananta Nayak from Shri Bhagavati Prasad Oil, Kasargod, for the exchange of MOA. The technology on preservation of carbonated tender coconut water is being exchanged. I invite Shri Prashanti Nayak from Udupi, Karnataka onto the dais. An MOA is being exchanged for trichodoma formulation technologies involving coir pith cake, arecanut leaf sheath and talc powder. I invite Shri Nitin Jhatia from Chokova Projects and Ventures, Chennai, onto the stage for the exchange of MOA on cocoa fermented technology and rotary dryer technology. I now invite Mrs. Shafija Abdul Ghafoor from GJ Enterprises, Malappuram, for the exchange of MOA on rotary dryer technology. On this occasion, a material transfer agreement between Icar-Cpcri and NITTE University will be materialized. For this, I invite Dr. Idya Karanasagar, Advisor, Research and Patents, NITTE, to come out to the dais. This MTA is for transferring 40 bacillus species isolated and characterized from palms and cocoa ecosystem from CPCRI to NITTE for their evaluation as probiotics in the aquaculture system. The bacterial cultures were provided by Dr. Alka Gupta and Dr. Murli Gopal of Icar-Cpcri. Moving on, prospective clients, please be seated, dignitaries. Moving on, prospective clients, representative from beneficiaries of CPCRI technologies and other stakeholders will be sharing their experiences with the August gathering. I request Shri Govind Bhatt, DG Marketing Camcode, to say few words on this occasion.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Govind Bhatt. I am representing Camco. My name is Govind Bhatt. I am representing Camco Limited, Bangalore, mainly the cooperative, mainly dealing with marketing of arecanut. So my concern, one or two concerns related to the arecanut marketing, I would like to present here. Mainly the question which is being asked repeatedly, what is the future of arecanut? Because due to the attractive price, the expansion of this arecanut plantation is happening in such a manner that thousands of acres of fertile land is being converted into arecanut plantation and crores of arecanut seedlings being planted. The expansion is happening in such a rapid manner that apart from Karnataka and Kerala, which are traditionally known for arecanut cultivation, the expansion is happening in the state of Tamil Nadu. Expansion is happening in the state of Maharashtra, especially the coastal area like Palghar. Expansion is happening in the state of Andhra, in Mizoram, in Meghalaya, in Assam, in West Bengal. if it continues in such manner, definitely the production of coconut, it will multiply. So, maintaining price stability will be, as a cooperative, maintaining price stability will be the challenge for us. That is the one thing. Second, as explained earlier, the import, both legal and illegal import of coconut. That is a big challenge for us in marketing coconut. Of course, the import was there for years, both legal and illegal. But nowadays, from last 1 year, the illegal importers have invented new way to legalize the illegal import. That is, the coconut is being imported from last 6 months in a roasted this thing under the label of value added product. That is available for 230 rupees to 260 rupees. But in local marketing, the coconut is being purchased at the rate of 450 to 500. So in future, the marketing of the local coconut will be challenging for us as a cooperative. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now request Sri Basavaraj from Probi, Bengaluru, onto the dais to say a few words.
Good morning to everybody. I'm Mr. Basavaraj, representing company called Probi Products, Bengaluru. We are the leading manufacturers of coconut processing machineries with the support of CPCRI, Kasaragodu. So we developed so many machineries with the support of them, and the time we exporting so many machineries so far. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Also, I would like to request Sri Satyanarayana Udupa, MD, Udupi Kalparasa Farmers Producers Company, to share his experiences.
Most respected DGA, ADG sir, and the giant behind us, and all the dignitaries of the dais, and from my friends, my dear friends. I'm representing Udupi Kalparasa Coconut and All Spices Producer Company. Ours is a small producer company, sir. Just 5 years back, we started our production on the technology of NIRA taken by CPCRI. But we are still so small, but behind us, very big giants are standing, especially ICAR, KVK Director Venkat Subramaniam sir. We are very much thankful to him, and Dr. Hebba sir, even CDB. Their directors, and everybody is standing behind us. We are producing a very small quantity and very small minimum product. Only 6 to 8 products we are introducing in the market. We have 8 to 10 outlets in coastal district. But we feel next decade is for coconut and its value addition. In South India, we are not able to produce more value added products in coconuts. Just we are growing coconut and marketing it. That is our weakness. So if we are able to produce more value added products in coconut, it's definitely next decade is our, and South India will be the largest exporter in world level. I feel so, sir. And another thing, we are working on 3 concepts, sir. My friend Murli and we are thinking of to give doubling income, not doubling. We are thinking we are able to give, out of 10 coconut tree, we are able to give 1 lakh per annum for a small family. That is the challenge, and we are able to reach that challenge. And another thing, we are able to generate employment in rural area. That village itself gives more employment for many young people. And another one, the nature given coconut, it's a amrit. Itself is an amrit from Samudra Manthan. We feel that is an amrit that will be more helpful to the society, giving good health in their family and their health. And that's why we are working on 3 concepts: doubling income, and generating employment, and giving health to the society. So I'm very much proud to say a few words in this August gathering. I'm thankful to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to unveil the publications and products developed at CPCRI. The book of abstract of the national seminar will be released. I request Dr. Himanshu Pathak, Honorable Secretary DAE and DG ICR and Chief Guest of today's function to do the honors by pressing the release button. Release button, please. May I request, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable DG ICR to release the book on Coconut Enterprises in Lakshadweep, Status, Outlook and Strategies Framework. The book is authored by Dr. C. Tamman, Dr. P.B. Shamina Begum, Dr. P. N. Anand, Dr. A.C. Matthew and Dr. K.B. Hebbar. On this occasion, Kalpa Bhuma, a product developed at CPCRI, will be launched. I request Honorable DG ICR to do the honors. The Kalpa Bhuma is a circular bioeconomy product for the use as potting mixture or soilless medium. Derived from compost, vermicompost and biochar, well raised from coconut and cocoa wastes. Kalpabhuma is developed by Murali Gopal, Alka Gupta, Elaine Apsara, Neenu, Pandi Selvam, Selvamani, Rajkumar, Manikanthan, Yasvi Ramesh, Shamina Begum and Ravi Bhatt. The Kisan Samriddhi Market Portal is an innovative online platform developed by the Indian Council of Agriculture Research, Agriculture Technology Application Research Center, Bengaluru, is to be launched on this occasion. May I now invite, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable DG ICR to launch this portal by clicking the link. Clicking the link, sir, hyperlink. This is an online portal to market KVK products such as value-added products, seeds, planting material, biofertilizers, vermicompost, etc. It is registered under trademark. Also, the products and publications registered in Kisan Samriddhi brand under five classes are being released now. The products and publications registered in Kisan Samriddhi brand under 5 classes are being released now. Moving on, we are proud to introduce the CPCRI Kasaragod Artificial Intelligence Chatbot, an innovative AI-powered virtual assistant designed to revolutionize communication and support at Icar-Cpcri Kasaragod. It operates independently of external web sources, ensuring responses are accurate, secure, and fully aligned with CPCRI's expertise. I request, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable DG ICR to launch this virtual website assistant by hitting the launch button. This AI chatbot have 100+ language supports. The chatbot is brainchild of principal scientists of this institute, Dr. K. Samshuddin and Dr. K.P. Chandran, and developed in collaboration with Mr. Albin.
I Kalpa, your virtual assistant for Icar-Cpcri. How can I help you?
Yeah, let us ask a question. How to tackle leaf-eating caterpillar in coconut?
How to tackle leaf-eating caterpillar in coconut? The reply has come. Thank you, thank you. Coconut seedlings and climbing devices will be distributed to the trainees of this trainees on the occasion. 2 representatives from the training group may collect the seedlings and climbing devices. I invite Pavitra from Manjeshwar to come out to the dais. I request Honorable DG ICR to distribute the seedling and climbing device. I invite Harirama from Minja to collect the seedling and climbing device. Thank you, dignitaries. Today we are proud to have in our midst Dr. Himanshu Pathak, Honorable Secretary DARE and DG ICR as chief guest of this function. A scientist of global repute working in the area of abiotic stress, climate change and soil science and simulation modeling. Dr. Pathak is a fellow of many prestigious bodies and has publications with over 19,000 citations. I invite Dr. Pathak ji onto the dais for giving the inaugural address.
Thank you very much. All my colleagues on the dais, scientists of these very old but premier and one of the pioneering institutes of the council, the scientists, technical staff, administrative staff, supporting staff, students, my friends from press and media, farmers, who have gathered here today in quite large number. I can also see some students are here, staff from other institutes of this region, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, I am really overwhelmed today. I have reached this institute last night at around 9:30. And since then, I am observing so many new initiatives. Last night itself, we had a meeting over here where most of the staff of this institute participated. We discussed several issues. And then today morning, started at 8 o'clock, we have inaugurated several facilities, starting with KVKs, and then of course in this institute, and then all of us are here. And many of you could see what kind of activities being done, the excellent presentation made by the director of this institute, and also the MOUs and MOAs which we exchange with our young entrepreneurs. So what you can see that an old institute of 109 years is now doing business with young entrepreneurs of today. And this is what we need. So on this occasion, first of all, let me congratulate the institute, director and all the staff for doing excellent work which has been presented. But at the same time, let me also pay my homage and respect to all those who could dream of establishing this institute 109 years back, 1916. and also my respect and gratefulness to all those who have nurtured this institute. Nurturing an institute and keeping it relevant and more relevant for more than 100 years is not a small job. You might be knowing there are several institutes which were established, and then after 25, 30, 50, 60 years closed. But this is the institute which is contributing in a very big way for last more than 100 years. And now, as many of my younger friends said, that probably this institute has to contribute even bigger, even more, even better in the changing scenario. The fortunate part is this institute works on several of these plantation crops, but one is of course coconut. Kalpa Briksh, Kalpa Taru, many people say. You know what is the meaning of Kalpa Taru? Kalpa Taru or Kalpa Briksh is the briksh or the tree from where you can get anything of your dream, of your kalpana. जो भी आप कल्पना कर सकते हैं कि मुझे ये चीज चाहिए, this tree will give you. Whatever you can think of that I need this tree has got a potential to give you. And this is the reason, you know, if you go to our Vedas and Puranas, no puja can be performed without this nariyal, without this coconut, without this particular fruit. So from time immemorial, we are observing the importance of this particular crop. And today, now we can see, and one of my friends also said, that probably next 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, this is going to be the years of coconut and along with other plantation crops. And therefore my best wishes to you, Dr. Hebbar, and all of your staff. I'm also very happy to see today how all our directors of this region are present on the same dais. Meeting a fisheries director with coconut director is something which you have not seen probably before. What fisheries will do with coconut or plantation crops, and what Atari director is doing over here, and what all others, all of us are here. But this is what we really need to do now. This is what is expected from us now. Friends, all of you know, Indian agriculture over the years has made tremendous contributions. We know there are problems. We know there are issues with the farmers. But if you see the dramatic transformation which Indian agriculture could bring in, starting from pre-independence till today, 2025, these achievements are unparalleled. There will be no peer anywhere in the world which can compete or outcompete us. The country which was depending on other countries for food grain, chawal, gehu and other things. Now the same country is exporting a large quantity of food grains to many other countries. And to some countries, at least 14 to 15 countries, we have given food free of cost. Free of cost we have given. This is what we have done. At one point of time, the whole world used to be concerned about the food security of this country. कि India का क्या होगा? But now India is concerned about the food security of other countries कि अब उनका क्या होगा अब हमारा agriculture सही नहीं हुआ तो. And this is fact. If any kind of signal goes to the world that India is going to stop rice export or wheat export or any other export, the international market gets shrunken. Because it is going to have a very big impact on international market, on global food security. So now we are not so concerned about our food security, but we are concerned about the food security of many other countries. And that is the achievement of Indian agriculture. Now, but as I said, That doesn't mean that we do not have issues, we do not have challenges. Agriculture is such, whatever we do, it has to be out in the field, where all kinds of challenges, starting from rain to sun to temperature, everything it has to face. And unfortunately, the whole scenario of climate, environment and everything are changing towards bad, towards worsening things. We have to address and we have to reorient our agriculture so that it will address all those challenges, and at the same time it will be more and more productive, more and more profitable, and more sustainable. All these issues we have to address at one point of time. And to achieve those, there are few things which we need to do in general. So if you say our agriculture, Indian agriculture after independence, you can divide it into, say, few stages rather. Till 1965-66, you can say conventional or traditional agriculture we continued following. And then of course Green Revolution came in 68, 70s and up to early 80s or so, where there was dramatic increase of food grain production, particularly rice and wheat. And then we also started using more and more fertilizer, pesticides, irrigation. So it became input intensified agriculture. But now, from last year till 2047, when all of us have taken a kind of pledge, a kind of determination that this country has to be transformed into a developed country. विकासशील देश नहीं, इसको आप विकसित देश बनना है. And to transform this country into a developed country, it is simply not possible without transforming its agriculture. Because even today, around 45 to 50% of our population are directly or indirectly depending on agriculture. So without developing those 50% of the population, nobody can think of transforming this great country. So agriculture, even today also, is probably the backbone of our economy, though it contributes around 17 to 18% of our GDP, but supporting around 50% of the population, and it will remain so in whatever time period you can think of. It has to remain the backbone of Indian economy. But to do that, we have to do certain things differently. Few things we need to do in a different way than what we have been doing so far. If we continue doing our farming the way my grandfather used to do, then probably this agriculture is not going to be so productive, so profitable, so sustainable. We have to do the things little differently. So I generally identify 5 aspects of new dimensions for transforming Indian agriculture. First one, we have to accept and we have to promote that Indian agriculture must be science and technology friendly agriculture. We have to imbibe new science, new technology, new knowledge, new innovations in every areas, whether it is rice or wheat or plantation crops. So it must be science and technology friendly agriculture. Second one is it must be market friendly agriculture. If we simply go on growing whatever I want to grow, or I am trained to grow for last generations, probably that is not going to serve the purpose. Now, Indian agriculture, Indian producers have to be market-friendly producers. We have to see what market wants. So this is number 2, market-friendly agriculture. Third one is it also has to be gender and youth-friendly agriculture. Because as I said, in totality around 50% of our population depends on agriculture. But if you go to women folk, more than 65% population of our women, they are engaged in agriculture. So we have to make our agriculture women friendly and also youth friendly, because today's youth are not what my grandfather used to be. I take the name of my grandfather all the time because he was a perfect farmer of that time. He didn't know anything other than agriculture. But even then also I feel now his kind of agriculture probably need to have some kind of modification, some kind of reorientation to make it productive, profitable and so on. So it has to be gender and youth friendly agriculture. Number 4 is it must be nature friendly agriculture. Many of you raised the concern. Yes, we agree to this. Our input efficiency must improve. We cannot go on growing crops with so much of fertilizer, so much of pesticides, so much of irrigation. No, those things we cannot do. So it must be nature-friendly agriculture. Whatever name you can give, but it must be friendly with environment, it must be friendly with climate, it must be friendly with nature. And then of course, finally the 5th one, Indian agriculture also should be culture-friendly agriculture. This is a great country of more than 1,000 years of our civilization and heritage. It has got different cultures in different parts of the country, and agriculture, whatever innovations we bring in, it must fit into the cultural dimensions of this country so that it is accepted by all sections of the society for their socio-economic gain and of course for their prosperity in perpetuity. So these are the 5 dimensions on which ICAR has already started working. But as you know, these are really complex. Indian agriculture itself is quite complex. It is not so easy. So to make impact in all of these dimensions, certainly we really have to have some time, but already the beginning has been made. And today you could see something. 2 or 3 other dimensions which we also need to consider, and we had to make some progress on this. Friends, as I said, till just few years back, even today also some of my friends can argue, that we used to increase productivity of different crops, particularly food grains, because we wanted more and more food. But now we have to give more focus on horticultural aspects, livestock aspects, and also fisheries aspects. You know, for last 10 years, the growth of Indian agriculture has been around 3.7% or so. Earlier, the growth used to be only 2%, 2.5%, less than 3%. More than 3% growth, or more than 3.5% growth in agriculture sector was unheard of. But now we are having that growth. But let me also tell you, this growth is not coming from food grains, is not coming from cereals or pulses or oilseeds. Most of this growth is coming from horticulture, growth is coming from livestock, and growth is coming from fisheries sectors. Now these are the sectors which need to be promoted. Even today, around 70+% of our farmers are concentrating only on cereals. Horticulture growers, as per the latest data they say, is less than 10% who have got some marketable surplus of horticulture. Animal husbandry number is again coming down. Fisheries is still quite smaller rather. Now these are the sectors where we need some improvement. If we want to sustain this growth rate of 3.6 or 3.7 to at least 4% or so. So this growth is more or less equal to the growth of other sectors other than agriculture. People earlier used to say agriculture means it will be always less than 3 and other sectors will be 4%, 5% and 6% and so on. But now that story is being changed, it is being rewritten in a different version. And to do that, what we could observe today on this dais is extremely important. Working with the private sector, working with the industries, working with the youth, and working with our young entrepreneurs. This is what we need to do. So when I saw that I think around 10 or even more than 10 MOUs this institute could sign, and all of them are young. I was really, really very happy to see that. This is what we need. This is what Indian agriculture needs. And this is what ICR institutes need. I call up one ICR. But I think now we have to go beyond one ICR. It has to be one agriculture, where ICR, private companies, other entrepreneurs, state government, central government, everyone, and of course our farmers. So earlier we used to say PPP, 3 Ps, public-private partnership. But what we need now is public-private peasant, it's farmer, and policy partnership. So 5 Ps we need to have to make Indian agriculture a holistic one, to make it productive, to make it profitable, and of course to make it sustainable. ICR has already started its journey in this particular direction. And some of the examples you could see today. Many of our other examples you can see elsewhere. But most of our institutes are now committed to achieve the aspirations of what we have thought for ourselves 2047, transforming Indian agriculture. And as I said, if you want to transform this country, you have to transform agriculture. And if you have to transform Indian agriculture, you have to transform agriculture research, agriculture education, and agriculture extension. Without transforming this research, education, and extension, certainly transforming Indian agriculture is not possible. And if you cannot transform Indian agriculture, transforming this country is not possible. And to do that, we need support from all of you. Not only few scientists either in this institute or elsewhere. It has to be holistic. It has to be collaboration and partnership with all my young entrepreneurs, all our farmers who have gathered today. A very good exhibition also being laid out where lots of new technologies you can see. My request will be, all of you who are coming from outside, you please visit those stalls, interact with our scientists. Please see how best you will be able to take advantage of those. And if there are some limitations, there will be many. Let me confess that. Our technologies might not be market ready. There could be many shortcomings. There could be many improvements will be required. You please let us know how those improvements can be made. And if you can join with us to do it together, I think that will be the best of this particular exhibition which will come out. As you know, friends, that this institute is going to celebrate its foundation day this next 5th of January, Sunday. So, very many congratulations to you, Dr. Hebbar, and all of your staff, all those who have served this great institute. As I said in the beginning, sustaining, keeping its relevance, and performing better and better for more than 109 years is not a small thing. You have achieved that, but as I said, ICR and Indian agriculture, Indian farming community expects many other innovations from your institute to help horticulture, to help particularly the plantation crops, and of course many other dimensions on which you are working. So I wish you all the best. And from Council side, Council is Indian Council of Agriculture Research, and from Government of India side, let me assure you, we shall try our best to provide all kind of support in terms of manpower, in terms of budget, and any other help and support which you need from the Council. We will be very happy to provide all those support. With this, once again, I welcome all of you in this seminar and also in this great institute, and I'm sure these 2 days deliberations will be bringing several new thoughts, new ideas, new innovations on which we shall have our new path. I will be very eagerly waiting for the recommendations of this particular symposium for 2 days. You please let me know what are the things, recommendations coming out of these discussions, and let me know which of these things we will be able to implement in a short term, medium term, and of course on long term basis. Thank you very much. Welcome once again. Jai Hind. Namaskar.
Thank you. A resounding round of applause, please. Thank you, sir, for wonderfully constructed, insightful address. May I request, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. K. Balachandra Hebbar, Director, Icar-Cpcri, to present a memento to Dr. Himanshu Pathak, Honorable Secretary DARE and DG ICR and Chief Guest of today's function as a token of love and affection. I now request Director Icar-Cpcri to give a memento to Dr. V.B. Patel, Assistant Director General, Foods and Plantation Crops, ICR, New Delhi, and guest of honor for this function as a token of appreciation. We are requesting Director Icar-Cpcri to give a memento to Dr. V. Venkata-Subramanian, Director ICR Atari, Bengaluru, as a token of appreciation. I now request Director Icar-Cpcri to present a memento to Dr. J. Dinakara Adiga, Director ICR DCR Puttur, as an expression of our gratitude. I now request Director to give a memento to Dr. George Naina, Director ICR SIF, Cochin, as a token of appreciation. I request Director to present a memento to Dr. Grinson George, Director ICR CMFRA Cochin, as an expression of our gratitude. Thank you, dignitaries. May I now invite Dr. V. Niral, Head Crop Improvement Division, Icar-Cpcri, and Organizing Secretary of Seminar, to propose the vote of thanks.
Esteemed Chief Guest of today, Dr. Himanshu Pathak, Director General ICR, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, invitees, stakeholders, farmers, students, trainees, my fellow colleagues, press and media, it's a proud privilege for me to propose the vote of thanks. At the outset, of course, I thank our Honorable DG, who's agreeing to come here was the main force behind organizing this national seminar, which was made possible in a very short time with the support we had from the Council and, of course, our ever supportive DGG as well as the ADG. And we were well supported in this endeavor by all the dignitaries you can see on the dais, the ICR institutes, the commodity boards, and also our fellow institutes, that is the Coffee Research, the Central Coffee Research Institute, the Rubber Institute of India, the different KVKs. So I would take this opportunity to thank everyone, starting with the leadership of DG, who has, of course, blessed us with his few words, sharing his experiences and also highlighting what needs to be done in the years ahead to transform Indian agriculture and, of course, India into a developed country. Thank you, sir, for being with us, for sharing your thoughts, and, of course, sparing time for us. To all the dignitaries on the dais, I place on record our deep sense of gratitude for helping us and guiding us. And, of course, we are blessed by illustrious predecessors, our peers, and fellow colleagues who have been here in guiding us and blessing us all along. I thank each one of you for all your best wishes and, of course, your blessings. Thank you. I also place in regard the deep sense of gratitude to all our sponsors, starting from the Coconut Development Board, the Directorate of Cashew and Cocoa Development. We also have the NABARD, who has been a major sponsor of this event. We also have the DIC Kasaragod from the Kerala state. We also have the cooperatives, the CAMCO, MAMCO, and TUMCOs, who have been partners in this particular endeavor. And we also have the State Bank of India, whose representatives, including the regional manager, is here, for having supported us. And of course, innumerable people on the scene and behind the scenes, including many of our stakeholders and of course people with whom we directly interact in purchase and other things. I thank each and every one of you. The press and media have always been supportive of different endeavors which happen over here. And I thank each of you for having made time to be with us right early in the morning to, of course, mid-noon. Thank you. I would be failing in my duty if I don't acknowledge our director, Dr. Hebar, who has been the main force in planning and executing the thing. I thank Dr. Hebar on behalf of everyone present here. Last but not the least is all the people who are here, the stakeholders, the industrialists, entrepreneurs, the farmers, the trainees, the students, and of course the entire plantation community who is here. I thank each one of you for being here and making this event, of course, a grand success. And I hope this continues all through the 3 years of deliberations. I thank all my colleagues in the Institute, starting from the administrative, the finance, the research wings, all heads of divisions, sections, my colleagues, and of course our ever supportive contractual staff for being part of it and making it a grand success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you. Let's rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you all. With this, it's curtain for the inaugural ceremony of National Seminar.
I request all of you to just group together for a group photo, and immediately afterwards we'll start our stakeholder interface. A 15-minute break. Thank you.
Good arrangement.
Very good.